statistically less happy than we've ever been.
I'm sorry, but you can't say you want a good man and then speak about men like they're the problem.
Women keep trying to appeal to men by explaining the ways that patriarchy harms men too.
Feminism is not the issue, but what it's turned into is.
What if the biggest story in modern dating isn't who is getting into relationships, but who is deciding they no longer need one to feel fulfilled? Why are more men choosing independence, personal growth, and peace over constantly chasing relationships? And what does that mean for the future of dating? Stay with us until the end of this video because today's discussion explores one of the fastest growing conversations on the internet. Whether you agree or disagree, the changes happening in modern dating are impossible to ignore.
Women are statistically less happy than we've ever been, and it's because feminism sold us a lie on what happiness looks like. If you look at a lot of these studies, there is a sharp decline in female satisfaction and life and happiness right around the 1970s, and it's just been getting worse and worse. It's interesting because feminism was supposed to make women happier, right? Going to work was supposed to make us more liberated. Being able to freely sleep around was supposed to bring us like so much fulfillment and peace, but we're finding the opposite to be true. Go around and ask any woman if she's overwhelmed or not. Like 99% of us are. There is so much that we are expected to do and be in this modern age. It used to be that our main priority was our family and our home. To bear children, raise them, love them, nurture them. That was kind of where our focus was supposed to be. A lot of the feminists didn't like that, right? That's degrading. So we gotta actually be like men. So this pressure to work and to go get a 9-to-5 and to bring in an income, that became a big part of the equation. That became a huge part of the economy. The point where now you can't really have a single income home. It's like both people need to be working. But that didn't take away women's drive and desire to have children and raise them. So now women have the responsibilities of both women and men. We are expected to have children, raise them. We are expected to also have a career, build it, bring in money, be boss babes. And we're expected to look good and stay skinny and do all of that, even more so with the pressure of social media and everything we see on it. It's insane. There is so much that is expected of us, and we kind of brought this upon ourselves. And we still think that the answer to our problems is more feminism. Isn't. It has only brought us misery, let's be honest.
For decades, relationships were often presented as the ultimate milestone for men. Many believed happiness only came after finding the right partner and building a traditional future together.
A lot of women are giving their power away in 2026. We're watching systems fall apart in real time. And yet there's still some women that want to be taken care of, who don't want to think or don't want any responsibility, who just want somebody else to run their life. Girls, we can't do that anymore. Some women complain about having to build their own lives, but they have absolutely no idea what life was like when women were not allowed to do that. You couldn't have your own money and had to take abuse, when you couldn't make your own decisions, when your entire life belonged to somebody else. Your soul chose this timeline and this exact moment in history where women finally have the opportunity to be self-led, and instead of stepping into that power, they want someone else to lead them. They want a man to take control. And listen, I love that too, but look around. Look at the state of our leadership. Look at the wars. Look at the chaos. Look at how many men can't even regulate their own emotions, and look at how many of them are sitting in jail because they couldn't control themselves. And you want to hand the steering wheel over to them, to the manosphere? No! The most powerful thing a woman can do in 2026 and beyond is become self-led. Take ownership of your own life, your mind, your decisions, your direction, and stop giving your power away, because when you actually understand your power and how to use it, that creates a ripple effect that impacts everybody around you. Our sons. Standing in your own truth and owning who you are, becoming the embodiment of the life you want to live. Now, that is power.
Today, that mindset appears to be evolving. More men are discovering satisfaction through careers, fitness, financial goals, travel, and hobbies that give them a sense of purpose outside of dating.
Bro, GG's y'all, the feminists have won. Men's standards are at an all-time low. If you would have asked a man a decade ago what he wants from a woman, he'd be like cooking and cleaning and sex whenever he wants. Nowadays, if you ask a man what he wants in a woman, he's just gonna tell you he wants peace. Men don't need you to cook and clean anymore. We can do that on our own. Women wanted equal rights and to work, and now they got equal rights and they're working. But the drawback is that now there's no such thing as gender roles. There's no such thing as a woman's job or a man's job. It's just work that needs to be done. So for better or worse, the feminists have won. The cat's out the bag, y'all. Men don't need women and women don't need men. But the truth is, we work better together. It's been proven time and time again. A man and a woman with the same goal and the same tenacity, they can do anything. In my opinion, the feminists had the right idea, but they didn't think enough about how the future could be. Because women got their equal rights, but men are way less likely to cater for women because of it. Because why cater for somebody who doesn't want to be catered for? It almost defeats the purpose.
This isn't necessarily about rejecting relationships. For many, it's about refusing to make relationships the only measure of success or personal worth.
I'm sorry, but you can't say you want a good man and then speak about men like they're the problem. Because something shifted some time ago, and it's not in a good way. There was a time where feminism actually stood for equality, fairness, respect, opportunity, and it was needed. But now I'm seeing a lot of messaging that sounds more like resentment and trying to diminish men. They're talking about men are useless, use them, all men are the same, we don't need them. I've even had girls in my comments say that it's cute that I see men as human because apparently they aren't. Like, what? And yet, in the same breath, I hear women say they want to get married. With who? These animals? What is wrong with us? You cannot build something real with someone you don't respect. That's not empowerment. That's just creating a bigger divide. We need each other. And if we keep pushing this constant tension and unrealistic expectations on each other, all we're doing is making dating worse for everyone involved and creating more broken homes.
One reason this trend stands out is that many men seem comfortable being single. Instead of viewing solitude as failure, they are treating it as an opportunity to grow without constant pressure.
Women keep trying to appeal to men by explaining the ways that patriarchy harms men too. But girl, the thing is, most men are okay with the trade-off. The benefits of the system outweigh the harm for a lot of them. When I saw this tweet, I immediately thought of two different things. Let me know what you guys think though. The first thing I thought of was emotional regulation in men. So a big talking point is that men are not allowed to express their emotions under patriarchy because it's seen as weakness. But this can actually be really beneficial for them because if they don't want to practice emotional regulation, they don't have to, and they can just say, I was never taught how to. If they want to be angry, they can just be angry. If they want to ignore the emotional needs of the people around them, they can do that. So yes, while it might be harmful to men on an individual level that they're not allowed to express their emotions, on a bigger level, this can be very helpful to them. The second thing I thought of that men are often saying in favor of feminism is that men shouldn't always have to pay for dates. But the reason that men have to pay for dates is because they make more money than women. In fact, there were times that women were not even able to get jobs, and the reason that men had to pay for dates is because women didn't have any money. Instead, we could only do unpaid household labor. And so yes, feminism is beneficial to men because they hypothetically might not have to pay for every single date. But the flip side benefit is that they have more money than us. I don't know, what do you guys think? Did I get it? But what do you guys think? Did I miss anything or did I get it totally wrong? Let me know in the comments.
Online communities have accelerated this change. Discussions around boundaries, self-respect, financial independence, and mental well-being have encouraged many men to rethink long-held assumptions.
Every time I see a video of a girl saying, my money is my money and his money is my money, or he pays the bills and I just make fun money for bags and shoes, I'm afraid you're completely missing the point here, babes. You need to know how to manage your life. This person could drop dead. That could happen to any of us. This shouldn't have to be a learning curve for you. You shouldn't have to get up one day and figure out how to manage your own life. Even if you make enough fun money to rival your partner's income, not being the CEO of your own life will backfire. You're also completely limiting yourself to a lifestyle that a man can provide for you. You could be living in Barbie's dream house, but right now you're living in Ken's dream house because the mortgage is under Ken's name.
As a result, expectations are changing. Rather than chasing every opportunity, many men are becoming more selective about the relationships they choose to invest in.
Fuck the 21st century. Because what do you mean? I just fucking lifted 4 bags of 40 pounds of sand, 2 bags of coarse, of fucking mulch, that were also 30 pounds each, and a big thing of pine shavings. 5 different fucking men park next to me, around my area, seeing me actually fucking barely be able to lift this shit, look at me and keep walking, not even ask to fucking help.
That shift naturally affects the dating market. When people become more selective, both men and women experience a different set of challenges and expectations.
You fucking the brand up. You're not building the brand. You're fucking the brand up, but you want to be the CEO.
The conversation isn't about one side winning or losing. It's about changing priorities. Many people are redefining what a successful and meaningful life looks like.
For the first time, possibly in history, women are admitting they want daughters, not sons. Having a son is seen as an extreme burden to women around the world. You are expected to birth them, educate them, and shield them from conditioning from other boys. All this without acknowledgement. In fact, that very same son may grow up to take his mother's rights away. Women globally are reaching a line of contention, refusing to give birth to life that may become a weapon against them, against other women.
I'm at a loss. What can I say except that feminism has achieved its final form? They hate men. And they view men as their oppressors. They view their fathers as oppressors. They view their unborn sons as oppressors. If that's not all you need to know that feminism is completely upside down and off the rails, and that it's destruction to society and sadly to women as they destroy their own abilities to have families and to be a good wife, they're the ones that get robbed the most.
Perhaps the biggest change is psychological. Men who no longer fear being single often approach dating from a place of choice instead of obligation.
You want to know something that most women aren't ready to hear? Modern feminism killed chivalry. Modern feminism has shifted from seeking equality to promoting superiority and resentment towards men, framing men as oppressors rather than partners and equals. With the birth of modern feminism, there came the birth of the girl boss, I don't need a man. Chivalry was never meant to make women look weak. It was made to create a culture of mutual respect where men acted honorably towards women and acknowledged their virtue and grace. Modern feminism, by demanding sameness instead of equality, has blurred those lines. In trying to erase gender differences, it's erased the gestures that celebrate them. The result of this is now we have an entire generation of men who are not willing to honor, pursue, or protect women. We have this entire generation of men who just want to hook up on the first date, who have no respect for women, who don't hold open the door, who don't buy flowers, and it is because of modern feminism. Not only that, but it is also a result of weak men. There's a reason that our grandparents have the cutest love stories where the men pursued the women and they didn't have sex until they were married and they respected and honored each other. And now we are seeing the result of the crash and burn of modern feminism. And unfortunately, it is affecting a lot of women looking for life partners and a lot of men looking for life partners. Feminism is great. The idea of feminism is great to promote equality, but it has evolved into something that is toxic and dangerous to our society.
Whether this trend grows or eventually levels out, it highlights a broader cultural shift. More people are questioning old assumptions about relationships, independence, and fulfillment.
Feminism is not the issue, but what it's turned into is. The original fight was for equality, votes, jobs, and just mutual respect. But somewhere along the way, equality morphed into superiority. Now, women are told, you don't need a man. Depending on him, it makes you weak. Be soft and nurturing, that's betrayal. Femininity was never weakness. But when women started trying to outman men, the polarity disappeared. No push, no pull, no leadership, no trust, just two people fighting for control, wondering why the attraction is dead. Men aren't disgusted by women. They're disgusted by the distortion, the constant anger, the victimhood, the competition. Masculine energy in women is repulsive to high-value masculine men. It just doesn't work. Real men don't want to battle their woman. They want to build with her. They want the woman who can lead her own ambitions and still soften in his arms at night, because strength and softness can still coexist. It should be able to. Masculine energy brings structure, protection, and direction. Feminine energy brings warmth, intuition, and life. You remove one, you get chaos. You fake one, and you get resentment. Feminism wasn't freedom. It was a tax scam. Shove women into offices, twice the work, twice the cash for Uncle Sam, pump up her paychecks, sell her cars, daycare, happy pills, then throw the kids in a brainwash center, aka schools, while mom and dad grind 60-hour weeks, too wiped to see the family's actually been robbed. The goal was never to dominate each other. It was to balance each other out, to make each other better. When masculine and feminine move in harmony, your love thrives and legacies last lifetimes.
The future of dating may not depend on who chases whom. It may depend on whether people can build healthier expectations and relationships based on mutual respect rather than social pressure.
Hello, my name is Joy, and I woke up choosing violence this morning, and because I would like to debunk and explain why feminism is a crock of shit. I can already see the comments of me getting called a pick-me girl for this, so let's just get into it. Number 1, hookup culture getting disguised as empowerment. The sexual liberation of random hookup culture completely goes against female biology because of how we emotionally bond through oxytocin. Hooking up with random people is not empowerment. It's disgusting. And the fact that feminism tells women that they will be liberated after that is an absolute lie. You're not going to feel liberated. You're going to feel like a slut. And that just leads to the spiral culture of I need more, I need to feel sexy, I don't feel wanted or desired, so I'm gonna go get it because I can, because I'm a boss-ass bitch. It's a lie. It's a complete, utter lie. Number 2, putting career over having a family. The narrative that traditional roles are oppressive, like, show me where they're oppressive. Other than maybe the Amish and the people in Utah. What are they called again? Mormons, that's what it is. You can climb the corporate ladder all you want. But true long-term satisfaction in your life comes from strong relationships where people actually care and love you for who you are, having a sense of community, and raising a family. This pressure that women have to have it all and be that boss woman in the corporate world, it leaves them burned out, okay? Those are the chicks that are walking around 45 that are fat and overweight with their hormones out of whack that look like they are just stressed beyond belief because they've been chasing a lie someone told them would make them feel fulfilled, and it just doesn't. Number 3, feminism frames men as opponents, not partners. There are 100% bad dudes out there. I mean, like really bad dudes that exert their power and force to get what they want. They're tyrannous. Yes, absolutely. Those guys do exist. But attacking men in general, telling them that their masculinity is inherently toxic, is the most messed up thing on the planet. Men and women are different. Our bodies are different. Our hormones are different. Our brains are different. We are just different. We can be equal, but we can acknowledge our differences and understand that the yin and yang between the sexes is not the problem. It's a good thing. Lord knows we do not need more feminine men. We need more true, strong, masculine, healthy men in society. We could fix a lot of things if that happened. And that ideology that we're in competition with men and not that we complement each other will make your relationships suffer. Feminist women that try to get in relationships with men and have that ideology programmed in their mind carry it into that relationship, and it screws things up. And number 4, last but not least, the promise of total independence. Telling women that they need total independence to feel happiness is just going to lead to pure isolation. And listen, I'm a strong, independent woman, okay? I love just being able to do things on my own and figure it out and problem solve and all those things. But I still ask for help. A lot. Because I need it and I acknowledge it. And I go to my community and I go to other people and males in my life that I'm like, hey, can you help me with this? That does not make me weak. That does not make me less because I ask for help, because I understand that I need it. What's being marketed as freedom to women is just complete disconnection. And I think it's honestly really heartbreaking that so many women are falling for this narrative as if this is the answer that they need or that's going to make them happy. You can be a strong, independent woman without falling for this narrative feministic bullshit. And if you've been really hurt by a guy before, honey, I get it. I understand how this is so attractive, this ideology that this is going to be what frees you and you don't need a guy because screw him. I get it. Trust me. But just because you dated a jerk does not mean you need to go on the rest of your life living through an ideology that will inherently hurt you in the long term. There are good men out there. I promise you. That's all I got to say about that. I was kind of feeling feisty this morning, so yeah.
So here's the real question. If more men continue choosing purpose, peace, and personal growth before romance, will modern dating adapt? Or will the gap between expectations continue to widen?
Men stopped playing by the rules, and now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest move.